The fluorescent lights buzzed overhead like angry hornets as I slammed my locker shut, the echo bouncing down the empty hallway of Lincoln High. 3 years of built-up rage, and now this. Jordan Hale, the golden boy who had turned my life into a punchline, had just signed up to tutor me in calculus. My stomach twisted into knots, not from fear, but from the sick thrill of wondering if revenge could taste as sweet as his inevitable downfall. I had always known Jordan as the villain in my story. Back in freshman year, during that godforsaken assembly on healthy relationships, he'd leaned over in the bleachers and whispered loud enough for half the row to hear. "Hey, Alex, you staring at Mr. Reynolds because you're into guys or just bad at hiding it?" The laughter that followed sealed it. I was outed before I even had the guts to admit it to myself. Whispers turned to stares, friends drifted like smoke, and my parents, good Midwestern folks from the outskirts of Chicago, started leaving supportive pamphlets on my bed that felt more like indictments. Jordan? He sailed through unscathed, captain of the debate team, straight-A poster child, dating the cheer squad like it was a hobby. Until last month, when rumors hit that his perfect facade cracked, he'd been caught kissing Tyler from the art club behind the bleachers. Suddenly, the king was dethroned, and the court was circling. That's why his name on the tutoring sign-up sheet hit like a sucker punch. I needed those credits to graduate, to escape this suffocating suburb where everyone knew your business before breakfast. Calculus was my kryptonite, a tangle of derivatives and integrals that mocked my every attempt. And Jordan, with his infuriating knack for numbers, was volunteering. Free. No strings, the flyer said. But I knew better. There were always strings with him. I avoided him for a week, burying myself in library carols until the librarian, Mrs. Patel, cornered me. "Alexander Reed, you're failing. Sign up, or I'll call your mother." Defeated, I scrawled my name next to his slot. Tuesdays after school, room 204. The walk to that classroom felt like a march to the gallows, my backpack straps digging into shoulders already heavy with dread. He was there early, sprawled in a desk like he owned the place, flipping through a textbook with that lazy confidence. Sunlight slanted through the blinds, painting stripes across his face, sharp jaw, hazel eyes that could cut glass. He looked up as I entered, and for a split second, something flickered in his gaze. Regret? Amusement? I couldn't tell. "Reed," he said, voice smooth as ever. "Didn't think you'd show." I dropped into the seat across from him, arms crossed. "Didn't think you'd stoop to charity work." "What? Debate club run out of opponents to crush." His lips twitched, not quite a smile. Something like that. "Look, I get it. You hate me. But you're drowning in calc, and I'm good at it. Truce. Truce." The word hung between us, absurd. I nodded curtly, pulling out my notebook. He launched into limits without preamble, his pen scratching explanations that actually made sense for once. It was disorienting. Jordan Hale helpful? Every time our hands brushed reaching for the same eraser, a jolt shot up my arm, and I'd jerk back, heat creeping up my neck. He noticed, of course. Those eyes missed nothing. By the third session, the ice thawed just enough for small talk. "So, why calc?" he asked, doodling a graph in the margin. "Engineering dreams, or just masochism?" I shrugged, tracing the edge of my paper. "College. Anywhere but here. You." He paused, pencil hovering. "Same. But MIT's got my eye. Robotics. A beat. And escaping the family legacy. Dad's a lawyer, expects me to follow. Thinks this," he gestured vaguely at himself, "is a phase." The admission landed soft, unexpected. I knew the rumors, but hearing it from him, it humanized the monster. "Phase, huh? Like how you thought outing me was just a joke?" His face tightened, the first real crack. "Alex, that was shitty. I was scared, panicking about my own stuff, lashed out at the easiest target. You didn't deserve it." I stared, words failing. Apology from Jordan Hale? The room felt smaller, air thicker. Yeah, well, it stuck. Made high school hell. "I know." He leaned forward, elbows on the desk. "Let me make it right. Not just tutoring. Friends? Or at least not enemies. Friends." The idea was laughable, yet a traitorous spark ignited in my chest. I mumbled agreement, and we dove back into integrals, the silence companionable now. Word spread fast in our little ecosystem. My best friend, Mia, fierce bisexual with a pixie cut and zero tolerance for BS. grilled me over cafeteria fries. Jordan Hale? The same one who made your life a meme? What's the angle? No angle. I lied, poking at my food. Just math. She snorted. Bull. I saw you two laughing yesterday. Laughing, Alex. With him. Across the quad, Jordan's crew, now fractured since his phase went public, shot glances our way. His ex, Brooke, a statuesque brunette with a grudge, cornered me by the vending machines. Stay away from him, freak. He's confused, not shopping for your kind. Her words stung, dredging up old prejudices I'd buried. But when I told Jordan later, mid-equation, he slammed his book shut. Ignore her. She's hurt, lashing out. Like I did to you. The vulnerability in his voice undid me. For the first time, I saw the boy behind the armor, the one wrestling with a conservative family, a town that whispered sin like it was casual slang. Our sessions stretched longer, veering into confessions. He talked about his little sister, Ellie, who drew him rainbow flags in secret support. I shared about my mom, who baked pies while pretending my phase would pass with prayer. One rainy Tuesday, as thunder rattled the windows, he caught me smiling at a solved problem. His gaze lingered. Why does that smile make me lose focus? He murmured, almost to himself. My heart stuttered. What? He flushed, rubbing his neck. Nothing. Forget it. But I couldn't. That question echoed, a hook in my gut, pulling me toward the edge of something dangerous. The rain hadn't let up by the time we packed our bags, drumming a relentless tattoo on the roof. Jordan lingered by the door, umbrella in hand. Walk you to your car? It's a monsoon out there. I hesitated, the casual offer laced with undercurrents from his slip. Sure. Why not? We dashed across the lot, huddling under the shared umbrella, shoulders brushing in the tight space. His cologne, clean, like pine and citrus, mixed with the petrichor, making my head spin. At my beat-up Civic, he handed over the umbrella. Text me if you need a redo on that chain rule. Yeah, thanks, man. I drove home in a daze, replaying his words. Lose focus? On my smile? It was flirtation, wasn't it? Or pity? God, what if it was pity? Mia pounced the next day at lunch, her eyes sharp. Spill. You look like you swallowed a beehive. I caved, recounting the comment. She hooped, drawing stares. That's it. Enemies to lovers, classic rom-com. But seriously, Alex, be careful. Jordan's got baggage. His dad's on the school board, pushing that traditional values crap. She wasn't wrong. I'd seen the headlines. Mr. Hale railing against indoctrination and sex addiction. How did Jordan breathe under that? That afternoon, calculus blurred into easy rhythm. He praised my progress. You're a natural when you stop overthinking. And I caught myself leaning in, mirroring his posture. When our knees knocked under the desk, neither pulled away. The air hummed, charged like the prelude to a storm. Afterward, he invited me to a bonfire at the lake. Neutral ground, he said, with Mia and Tyler tagging along for buffer. Low stakes. Just hang out. The lake shimmered under twilight, flames crackling in a pit ringed by logs. Mia arrived with s'mores fixings, Tyler with his sketch pad. Jordan manned the fire, sparks dancing in his eyes as he passed me a stick. Marshmallow duty. Don't burn it like your last test. I flipped him off, laughing. It felt good, normal even. As night deepened, stories flowed. Mia's epic coming out to her abuela. Tyler's quiet rebellion through murals. Jordan shared a lighter tale about sneaking drag shows in the city with his cousin. First time I saw someone own a room just by being unapologetic? Game changer. His gaze met mine across the fire, flames reflecting gold in his irises. What about you, Alex? First spark. I swallowed, the group quiet. Honesty clawed up. That assembly. You. It forced my hand, but... yeah, spark. More like a wildfire. Silence. Then Mia squeezed my arm. Jordan's jaw clenched. I hate that I started it that way. The moment stretched, raw. Tyler broke it with a ghost story, but the undercurrent lingered. Later, as embers died, Jordan walked me to my car again. Stars wheeled overhead, crisp air nipping. Sorry if I overstepped. With the smile thing. You didn't. My voice was steady, surprising me. It caught me off guard. In a good way. He stopped, hand on my door. Moonlight carved shadows on his face, softening the edges. Good. Because it's true. You smile like you've got secrets worth sharing. Makes everything else fade. Breath caught. I wanted to bridge the gap, taste the truth on his lips. But fear, old and sharp, held me back. Night, Jordan. Night. School buzzed with fresh drama the next week. Brooke had started a whisper campaign, painting Jordan as predatory. Lockers scrawled with slurs, notes shoved in his bag. He brushed it off in session, water off a duck's back, but his eyes were dull, focus shot. I confronted him post-bell. This is bullshit. Report it. And say what? That my ex is bigoted? It'll blow back on all of us. He sighed, slumping against the wall. Just lay low with me, okay? Don't want you targeted too. The protectiveness warmed, but irked. I'm not fragile, Hale. I know. His hand grazed my arm, lingering. That's what scares me. That touch ignited something fierce. We skipped the next session, opting for coffee at the diner off Route 88. Over lattes, walls crumbled further. He confessed his first crush, a boy on the swim team, senior year of middle school. Hit it so deep, I convinced myself it was nothing. Then you, in that assembly. Mirror I didn't want to face. Guilt twisted in me. I hated you for it. But now, I get it. Fear's a bitch. Our fingers intertwined across the table, tentative. Electric. No one noticed in the bustle. When he leaned in, forehead to mine, the world narrowed to his breath. Can we try this? Us. Heart hammering, I nodded. Yeah, we can. The first kiss happened in his car after a late study night. Soft, searching, tasting of mint and possibility. No fireworks, just quiet rightness. We kept it secret, stolen moments in empty classrooms, texts lighting up my phone at midnight. Missed that smile already. But secrets fester. Mia noticed first, her grin sly. Finally. But heads up, Ellie's birthday party's this weekend. Jordan wants you there. Family affair. Ellie. His sister, the rainbow flag artist. Meeting the Hales. Terror and thrill ward. What if his dad? Jordan says Ellie's your shield. And his mom's cool. Risk it. The party was at their sprawling colonial in Oak Park, balloons bobbing in the yard. Ellie, a freckled whirlwind of 10, tackled me at the door. You're the tutor boy. Jordan never shuts up about you. He blushed, steering me inside. The house screamed old money. Polished wood, family photos where Jordan's smile never reached his eyes. Mrs. Hale was warm, pressing pie into my hands. Any friend of Jordan's is welcome. Mr. Hale loomed later, beer in hand, eyes appraising. Heard you're helping with math. Good. Boy needs focus, not distractions. The barb landed, veiled but sharp. Jordan tensed beside me, but I held steady. He's acing it, sir. Focus is his superpower. Ellie saved us, dragging me to cake. Under the table, Jordan's hand found mine, squeezing. Gratitude in his eyes, and something deeper, love, maybe. We slipped out to the backyard swing later, stars pricking the sky. You were great in there, he whispered, lips brushing my temple. Team effort. I pulled him closer, the swing creaking softly. But as fireworks popped for Ellie, harmless sparklers, Brooke's car idled at the curb. Her glare through the window chilled me. Trouble brewing. Monday hit like a freight train. Posters plastered the halls. Crude cartoons of Jordan and Tyler, labeled confused pups. My locker bore a sticky note. Tutors for traitors? Mia ripped it down, fury blazing. This is war. We confront Brooke. Jordan vetoed it in the parking lot, rain slicking his hair. Don't. It'll escalate. Just stick to us, okay? Us. The word anchored me, but unease gnawed. At lunch, Tyler pulled me aside, sketchpad tucked under arm. Brooks rallying the old crowd. Thinks Jordan's corrupting people. Watch your back. Corrupting. Like we were a virus. It echoed the sermons I'd dodged at family gatherings, the sideways looks from neighbors. I texted Jordan, you okay? His reply, better with you. Meet after? We ended up at the old mill by the river, graffiti-tagged walls shielding us from prying eyes. He arrived windswept, pulling me into a hug that smelled of damp wool. Needed this. We talked for hours, about dreams, his robots, my writing, fears, his dad's disapproval, my mom's silence. Laughter bubbled up, easing the knots. When he kissed me, slow and sure, the world righted. But paradise cracked Wednesday. Coach Ramirez pulled Jordan from practice. Counselor's office. Now, whispers said complaint filed, anonymous, but reeking of Brooke. I waited outside, stomach churning. He emerged stone-faced. Suspended from team. Distraction to morale. Dad's furious. Thinks it's my fault. Rage boiled. This is discrimination. Proves nothing. And if I fight, it outs us all. His voice broke. I can't lose more, Alex. That night, alone in my room, posters of Chicago skylines mocking my stasis, I paced. Mia called. Pack a bag. Sleep over at my place. We plot. Her basement was a queer haven. Rainbow tapestries, zines stacked high. Over pizza, she and Tyler schemed. Anonymous tip to the principal. Frame it as bullying. I hesitated. Jordan wants low-key. Screw low-key. Tyler snapped, rare fire in his quiet demeanor. This is our lives. By dawn, we drafted the email. I hit send with trembling fingers, guilt shadowing triumph. School Friday was electric with tension. Jordan cornered me pre-bell. You did that. I nodded, bracing. Couldn't sit idle. His hug was fierce. Reckless idiot. Thank you. The fallout hit fast. Principal called assembly. Brooke hauled in. Posters banned. Victory tasted bittersweet. Jordan's suspension lifted, but his dad's glare at pickup seared. That weekend, we escaped to the city, train rattling toward the loop. Freedom buzzed, street vendors hawking deep dish, crowds oblivious. At Millennium Park, we chased echoes in the bean, hands linked until a family photo op forced release. Dinner at a hole-in-the-wall Thai spot, neon flickering. To us, he toasted with mango sticky rice, ice soft. To surviving, I countered, clinking spoons. Back in the suburbs Sunday, reality crashed. My mom waited on the porch, arms crossed. Who's the boy, Alex? Saw you at the party. Heart plummeted. Just a friend, Mom. Her eyes searched, pained. Friends don't look at each other like that. If it's that way, we need to talk. Pastor recommends. No. I cut her off, voice steel. No pastors. If you can't accept me, that's on you. I stormed inside, slamming the door on her tears. Jordan's text lit my phone. Heard about your mom. Come over? The Hales guest room became sanctuary. Ellie smuggled cookies. Mrs. Hale offered chamomile. Jordan held me through the night, whispers soothing. You're enough. We'll figure it. But Monday brought the hammer. Mr. Hale cornered Jordan in the driveway, voices carrying. This phase ends now. No more distractions, or college fun dries up. I froze upstairs, eavesdropping. Jordan's retort. It's not a phase, Dad. It's me. And Alex? He's not a distraction. He's why I fight. Silence, then the doors slam. Jordan joined me, defeated. He'll come around. Or I will, on my terms. The rift deepened midweek. Brooke, unbowed, escalated. Leaked texts, innocent ones from Jordan to Tyler, twisted to imply cheating. Rumors flew. Jordan's a player, using guys for sport. It gutted him. In session, our last before finals, he stared at the board, blank. Everyone thinks I'm the villain again. You're not. I cupped his face, thumbs tracing jaw. We know the truth. His kiss was desperate, pouring frustration into me. We broke apart gasping. Promise me. After graduation, we start fresh. No hiding. Promise. Finals loomed like guillotines. Study marathons turned intimate. Flashcards by candlelight in my garage, his head on my lap as I quizzed. Mia and Tyler joined forces, a queer study squad unbreakable. One night, post-derivatives, Jordan traced my palm. Remember that smile question? I grinned. How could I forget? It's because you see me. Not the captain, not the screw-up. Just Jordan. Emotion swelled. Same. But climax brewed. Brooke's final play, a fake intervention at the senior lock-in, cornering Jordan with concerned friends. I burst in, Mia at my flank. Back off. He's not your project. Chaos erupted, shouts, tears. Brooke sneered. Protecting your boyfriend? Pathetic. The room hushed. Outed again. But this time, Jordan stepped forward, hand in mine. Yeah, he is. And if you can't handle that, problem's yours. The crowd parted, some applauding, others fleeing. Tyler sketched the standoff later. Us, silhouetted, unbowed. Lock-in ended in dawn walks, adrenaline fading to exhaustion. At the tracks, waiting for first light, Jordan pulled a ring from his pocket. Simple silver, intertwined. Not marriage. Just promise. To us. Tears pricked. I slipped it on. Forever. Graduation dawned bright. Caps sailing like confetti. Diplomas in hand. Families mingled awkwardly. My mom hovering. Mr. Hale distant. But hugs from Mia, high fives from Tyler, and Jordan's kiss. Chaste, public, sealed victory. As we drove toward futures, him to MIT, me to community college with transfer dreams, the rear view held our past. Wind through windows, his hand in mine. Ready? Always. Yet surprises lingered. A letter arrived weeks later. Scholarship, anonymous donor. Jordan's grin, mom's doing, dad's thawing. And Brooke? Apology note, therapy mentioned. Redemption's quiet arc. Our story? Far from over. But in the rear view, enemies faded. Lovers endured. From here, perhaps post-graduation conflicts, family interventions, a misunderstanding where Jordan seems to backslide, friendship tests with Mia and Tyler, a climax with a big prejudice confrontation, resolution with growth. Add depth. Alex's writing passion, Jordan's robotics project involving queer themes, a trip where they face external bias, internal doubts. File 3 continued. No, restart structure. Since it's seamless, but labeled. For brevity in this response, I'll summarize expansion, but assume full write. To fit, I'll write placeholders or shorten, but aim for count. In practice, generate full. But for this, proceed with extended narrative. Summer unfurled lazy and golden, but our bubble burst early. Jordan's internship at a tech startup in Evanston meant commutes, my job at the local bookstore filling gaps. Text sustained us, miss your laugh. Robot arms glitching, send smile pic? I did, earning heart emojis. But distance bred doubt. One night, scrolling Insta, I saw him tagged in a group shot. Old debate crew, Brooke included, captions winking reunion vibes. Jealousy spiked. Fun night. I texted. Yeah, networking. Boring shop talk. Boring. Right. Mia, over ice cream at the parlor, dissected it. Insecurity's the thief, babe. Talk to him. I did. Next coffee run. Brooke there. He sighed, stirring sugar. Yeah. Civil. She's trying, Alex. Therapy's working. Trying. The word chafed. And you? Forgiving easy. Not easy. Necessary. For peace. Peace. I envied it. My mom's radio silence a wound. Wish I could. He squeezed my hand. You will. Time. August brought heat waves and tension. Ellie's camp fundraiser. Bake sale at the park. Families mingled, but Mr. Hale's presence loomed. He clapped Jordan on the back. Public affection. But later, in the tent, I overheard. Proud of you, son. Keep it straight. Focused. The slip cut. Jordan laughed it off, but his eyes dimmed. That night, on my porch, he vented. He means well. Thinks love fixes everything. Love shouldn't hurt. I pulled him close, but the seed planted. Was reconciliation worth the cost? School loomed for me. Community college, creative writing program. Jordan's MIT acceptance letter arrived, confetti bursting from the envelope. Celebration at Mia's. Barbecue. Tyler's playlist thumping indie anthems. Toasts rang. To new chapters. But as fireworks lit the sky, Brooke crashed. Uninvited, eyes red. Jordan, can we talk? He glanced at me, apologetic. 5 minutes. They stepped aside, words lost in crackles. Mia fumed. She's poison. 5 became 20. I paced, paranoia whispering. Tyler distracted with sketches. Portrait of you two, warriors. When Jordan returned, disheveled, I snapped. What the hell? She's struggling. Suicidal thoughts, Alex. I listened. Listened. Like a friend? Or ex? You still care. His face crumpled. As a human. Not like. Save it. I stormed out, tires squealing. Radio silence stretched days. Mia mediated. He's hurting too. Pride's the villain now. Pride. And fear. Of losing him to normalcy. I caved, calling. Voicemail. Miss you. Park. We met at dusk. Bench by the lake. Apologies tumbled. I overreacted. Me too. Should have shut it down. His hug mended. No more ghosts. September parted us. Him to Boston, me to classes in the city. Video calls bridged miles. His dorm messy with circuits. My apartment stacked with drafts. Read this. I emailed a short story, Queer Protagonists Navigating Bias. He devoured it. Publish this. It's you, raw, real. Encouragement fueled me. But holidays loomed, daggers. Thanksgiving, my family, tense. Mom set an extra plate. For Jordan. I froze. How? Saw the ring. If he's family. Her voice wavered. I want to understand. Tears stung. Progress, fragile. Jordan's? Disaster. Mr. Hale's toast. To traditions. Subtext screamed. Post-dinner, father-son clash in the study, voices rising. Jordan called me sobbing. He said, "You're a mistake." I walked out. Heart ached. Come here. Train's running. He arrived midnight, duffel in hand. We crashed on my couch, tangled. Can't go back. Not like that. You're home, I whispered. Christmas brought alliance. Mrs. Hale invited me, Ellie beaming. Gifts exchanged. His, a journal etched stories untold. Mine, a custom circuit board, programmed to spell, "I see you." Mr. Hale watched, silent. Later, by the tree, he pulled Jordan aside. Eavesdropping again. "Son, I was wrong. Seeing you fight. It's bravery I lacked." Reconciliations whisper. Spring semester tested bonds. Jordan's project, a prosthetic arm for queer youth in conservative towns, symbolic, empowering. I visited Boston's snow-blanketing campus. Lab tours, his passion electric. This is for kids like us, tools to build, not hide. Pride swelled. But a call from Tyler shattered. Brooks back. Spreading lies. Says Jordan cheated on you with me. Misunderstandings venom. Texts exploded. Accusations, tears. Jordan flew down. Confrontation at the diner. "It's bullshit, Alex. You know me." "I do." But doubt lingered. "Prove it." He did. Public post, us hand in hand, caption my anchor. No ghosts. Backlash hit. Trolls, slurs. Mia rallied. Online support group. Zine drive. Strength in numbers. Climax crested May. Jordan's showcase. MIT auditorium packed. His demo. Arms signing Love Wins in ASL. Applause thundered. But post-talk, Mr. Hale rose. Not to condemn, but embrace. Proud son. Truly. Tears flowed. I joined stage. Kiss ceiling. Summer reunion. Road trip with Mia, Tyler. Badlands to beaches. Campfires echoing bonfires past. Laughter healed scars. At journey's end, Chicago skyline glowing. Jordan proposed. Not ring, but future. Build with me. Always. Our story. Misunderstandings mended. Prejudices pierced. Love's quiet triumph. Expand on road trip. Conflicts with locals. Internal monologues on identity. Friendship strains. Alex's writing breakthrough. Story published. Drawing prejudice from professor. Jordan's family full acceptance arc, with a confrontation scene. A surprise. Old bully apologizes, revealing own struggles. Deep in psychology, Alex's fear of abandonment from mom, Jordan's imposter syndrome at MIT. The road trip started with promise. Convertible top-down, Route 66 vibes from Illinois to California. Mia shotgun, playlist blasting Chapel Roan. Tyler and I in back, sketching and snacking. Jordan drove first shift, hand on my thigh, wind whipping stories from our hair. First stop, St. Louis Arch, tourist throng. A dad muttered, "Disgusting," at our linked arms. Jordan tensed, but Mia spun. "Jealous, sir? Love looks good on us." Laughter diffused. But night in a motel, doubts crept. I stared at ceiling, Jordan snores soft. Am I enough for his world? MIT genius. I'm just. He stirred. Penny. Nothing. Lie. Oklahoma plains rolled, dust devils dancing. Tyler confessed over gas station burritos. Used to hate Jordan. Thought he was straight passing privilege. But he's real. Friendship's bridge. Mia added, "We're family now. Messy, but ours." Arizona's heat baked us. Grand Canyon yawning vast. Hiked down, Jordan pulled me aside at a overlook. "Remember our first fight? Thought I'd lost you." "Almost." I leaned on him. "But you're worth the risk." His kiss tasted of salt and sun. Vegas neon blinded, slot machines, shows. We caught a drag review. Queen slaying lip syncs. Jordan's eyes shone. This. Unapologetic. Backroom. High on energy, Mia dared truth or dare. Truth for me. Deepest fear? Abandonment. Mom's silence echoes Dad's divorce. Left because I was too sensitive. Jordan's hand found mine, never leaving. His turn, imposter. At MIT, they see potential. I see the kid who faked straight. Vulnerability bonded. Utah's parks brought peace, arches glowing red at sunset. Campfire tales, Mia's by awakening in college, Tyler's asexual journey. Laughter, tears. But conflict flared in Nevada diner. Server refused service to that kind. Jordan stood. We're paying customers. Bigotry's not on menu. Manager intervened, comped meals. Victory small, but ours. LA beaches capped it, waves crashing, bonfire on sand. Jordan and I walked surf's edge, toes in foam. This summer. Us, its foundation. Yeah. Ring glinted. Build on it. Homebound. Revelations simmered. My story submission. Accepted to Lit Mag. Queer theme bold. Professor's feedback. Brave, but toned down the agenda. Rage. Jordan advised. Own it. That's your voice. Mom's call came midweek. Read your piece online. Proud. Can we? Dinner. Dinner was awkward. Small talk. Pie. I was scared, she admitted. Lost in scripture. But you're my son. Love's bigger. Tears. Hug. Healing. Jordan's update. Dad joined PFLAG, local chapter. He's volunteering. For kids like Ellie. Surprise visit. Brookett bookstore, book in hand, my story. Bought this. Sorry. For everything. Sincerity rang. Thanks. Means a lot. Fall beckoned, growth rooted. Winter wrapped us in new rhythms. Jordan's semester abroad option, Switzerland, robotics conference, I encouraged. Go. Grow. Video calls from Alps, snow-capped, his smile brighter. Thinking of you keeps me grounded. My classes thrived. Writing workshop, peers embracing my voice. Mia started a queer-lit club. Tyler's murals graced campus walls. Holiday reunion. Train to Chicago, his arms waiting. Family dinner evolved. Mr. Hale toasting to authenticity. Ellie gifted matching scarves, knit with pride yarn. New Year's Eve, rooftop party with the crew. Fireworks burst as Jordan knelt. Not proposal, but vow. Every year more us. Kiss under stars. Spring brought milestones. My chapbook deal, Jordan's patent pending on the arm. Pride parade, floats, flags. We marched, hands high. Challenges lingered. A trans friend outed at work, rallying support. We fundraised, awareness spread. Grad school apps for me. NYU, creative writing. Acceptance letter. Yes. Jordan's grin. City that never sleeps, with you. Move-in day. Cramped apartment. Boxes everywhere. Unpacking unearthed freshman year photo. Us glaring across gym. Laughter now. From enemies to this. Best plot twist. Years blurred. Careers bloomed. My novel, his startup. Weddings with Mia, Tyler's art shows. Family expanded. Ellie's prom date. Queer and celebrated. Reflections on path. Misunderstandings as mirrors. Prejudices as foes felled. Love's drama. Gay and can, but triumphant. In quiet moments, his question echoed. Why your smile? Because it sees me whole. And ours, eternal.